changed since Jay got out of the hospital.
Well, I like the family thing. I'm just trying to figure out things I can do with Paul. Play catch. Okay, let me ask you this. What's Jay's take on work ethic and children? And because you know how it was with me and you and the garden and Dad. You're going to do this because you got a roof over your head. I never agreed with that. And Ann didn't either, and neither did Grandma and Grandpa, and neither did Mr. Morton. They all paid us, remember? They're like, that's not right.
Well, yeah, chores and stuff like that.
I mean, I agree to have little chores.
We haven't done chores with Paul, but Jay has
chores.
wanted to. But Brian, this is the deal. I've tried
learning it.
When I had my house all set up and all the kids were out, I had a chore board and I had all these things.
Yeah.
And you can't do it alone. He wanted the same thing, though he didn't really know how to make that happen with the family. I did, but not being together makes it impossible. It makes it impossible. We're wanting to fix that for Paul for the
Paul
next.
needs to have some sort
He
of work
does.
ethic. Now, I don't think you should make him do it like Dad made me do
No,
it.
Brian, I'm not like that.
I think the boy, if he does actual work that's not chores, he needs to learn that chores is just to keep up the house. You don't get paid to clean your own house. But coming out there and helping me dig up them weeds in that fire pit, now that's work. Now you're going to get money. Does he have a money value? Does he?
Paul has been given everything.
So it's not going to mean nothing to him.
He needs to learn it.
Well, how are you going to do it if he's been spoiled?
We start now, and you see how willing he is.
Well, maybe he'd just do it with his Uncle Brian because he was doing something with him, and he gets money, and maybe it would take.
Yeah, because Jay's talked to him about how he needs to earn money, but we haven't implemented that. So
I'll help you. But see, I didn't know where Jay was with it.
No, he wants to do that.
I thought it might be like absolutely not, and I don't want to overstep my bounds here, but he told me last night, he's like, well, it's time for you to try to quit drinking. So I had to process all that, and I'm still want to drink now and then, but
Brian,
I'm not alone. See, this is all I had to process. I'm not alone anymore. I have been for a long time.
If you want to take Paul as a project to teach him work ethic, Jay would be thrilled.
Well, I don't want Jay. Jay still has that uppity attitude a little bit. He's been knocked down, I can tell, with his health, and the money got tighter, and now he's down in our world.
Yeah.
Kind of like, if you get that.
Yeah.
But I don't want Jay to think I'm trying to take over, because that's very territorial.
Talk to him about
Russ is very territorial about Melina.
Brian, talk to him.
When it comes to that.
If you sit down and you have a conversation with him,
I need to blow my nose.
if you sit down and have a conversation with him and say, hey, Jay, I like the idea of the family thing. I thought about it. It gives me something to do rather than drink, and then I can drink, and enjoy
it's more than something to do. It's a sense of involvement and belonging.
Exactly. Okay, that's perfect.
I've tried to do this with certain people. I tried to do it with Russ as well. He's so much of a drunk and a narcissist. That's not going to work. Now, I can give Melina a hug and certain things, but like I'll be sitting there and the subject came up. We was in the man cave and Jane was there, Russ was there. And I go, yeah, it's wrong to steal, Melina. He goes, stay in your lane. That's his favorite thing. Stay in your lane.
Oh no, Brian. If you say something that's right, we're not going to correct you and tell you to stay in your lane, because it takes a village to raise children correctly. And the reason why our country is the way it is because we have no villages.
Well, if they see you doing it and Jay doing it, and you doing it and Jay doing it, but then all of a sudden another person comes in and says, that's wrong. Okay, Uncle Brian said it's wrong. Here, look at the commandments. It's even in the commandments. You shall not steal.
Brian, we don't steal, so we're not going to say don't tell him not to.
Well, he already knows better on that. I'm using an example.
I know you are, and you've been dealing with people that don't even have that basic moral compass in life.
Look, Russ steals.
Okay, that's why he's telling you to stay in your own lane, because
he calls beer Kool-Aid. Let me tell you something about Melina. And listen, I can't remember who said this, I don't know if it was Tommy or if it was Willis. I can't remember. Might not have been either one. But they said that Melina and Paul would be good friends.
They would. They would understand each other.
Well,
they would understand
Melina
trauma.
is 7 almost. Paul
He's
is
older.
10.
No.
But listen, I quizzed Melina on 80 words. She got 65 of them on the nose. The other 15, she was, pretty
What,
close.
the meaning of the words?
Yes. I'm talking not like dirty adult words, but normal adult words. She's so freaking smart.
Yeah.
So is Paul.
Kids are today.
I think she's
educates kids. People don't realize it.
We only had the 4, 6, 8, and 13 to educate us.
Mm.
Look, you got the whole world in your hands, just like the song says, right here.
Got the whole world in your hands.
Right there in your phone.
Mm.
It came true.
Yeah.
It wasn't literally true before, but now it literally is. It was a metaphoric statement.
Brian, that's amazing because I never thought about that. I think a lot of things like that from my religious
Never
days.
thought of that, did you?
I never thought of that.
It was a metaphoric statement before, and what it meant was, and I just know this, I didn't learn it, nobody told me, I didn't see it online, I didn't see it on TV. You've got the whole world in your hands. What they meant was your whole world.
Yeah.
So it's up to you.
Yeah.
But now, you literally have the whole world in your hands.
And it is up to us, and we affect the other side of this country, whether we
Well,
want to
Grandma
admit it or
taught
not.
me to do the right thing. She said you should always do the right thing. And sometimes we all fall short or make your very best effort to do the right thing. She said it's like me and Grandma were very close. I don't know if she told you the stuff she told me, but she said if you throw a pebble in the pond, well, first of all, she fills up the tub, and she took a bunch of, I think it was like laundry in bags, sealed bags, and she put them in tubs. Now, she marks the tub with like a marker.
Really?
Yeah. And now, this is deep. Grandma was smart. And she took the bags of clothes, and this is back when they made garbage bags thick, so they didn't leak or anything. And she goes, she put that in, and she goes, now what just happened? I said, well, the water rose up. She goes, yes. This item displaced the water, and it rose. And then she put another one in there. She goes, what happened? I said, well, it rose up more. And she goes, okay. So let's take these out and dry these off. Let's go start the laundry and have a talk. So we did. And she goes, if you throw a pebble in the pond, it does the same thing. It's probably not possible to microscopically measure it because it would be so small. Here was her point. When you try to be a good person and do the right thing, the blessings of your cup will overflow. You'll feel good about yourself. And you'll make the world just a little bit better of a place. Not much, but if everybody did it, it would be measurable. And that is your responsibility as a person in the world to contribute to making the world a little bit better place, not worse. Didn't she ever tell you that?
Brian, I don't have those memories.
I remember everything.
don't
I mean,
know.
you were a little kid then, so.
I know, but I stayed with Grandma too. And Grandma was who Grandma was. And
Well,
Grandma did what Grandma
she-
did probably with all of us.
Well, she let me have cereal at night, and Grandpa bitched at us. It was always the same thing.
Well, I do remember Grandpa.
He used to really hurt my feelings, man. I remember one time we was coming back from Virginia, Clarksburg, and I was hungry. And I said, I'm hungry. Grandpa didn't want to stop. He was looking at his watch. Him and her got in this fight. I'm in the middle of it, and we're in the Buick or maybe it was one of his trucks. And she goes, now, George, you're not going to win this one. The boy's hungry. He goes hungry at the house. You're stopping at the Freshes. You're getting him a big boy, and I'm not going to take no for an answer. She just looked so evil. Grandma looked at, she was like leaning over me. Her face is right here. Grandpa, and he's like, blah, 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 goddamn kids, slams the signal in, turns the truck over there, gets out of the truck and stomps off. Comes back with the big boy. I laugh about that one. I hadn't thought about that for a long. That was like, because Mom and Dad really didn't fight in front of us. They did a good job of hiding that. So I wasn't used to that. That was like a Russ situation there. I see that shit all the time at Russ's. And every time I see it at Russ's, I think about that. And I still haven't told Russ about that yet. But anyway, so I'm experiencing a whole new, brand new thing here.
Can I tell you the
whole family thing? You're implementing the work ethic. I was so proud of him yesterday. He goes, well, you know, I'm trying to, you know, work on my addiction here. I'm on the games too much. And I see him on them all the time, and I'm totally not that way, but it's all, you're all's lane, and I thought, gee, I hope they do something about that. When was I supposed to have had the conversation with him about video games? Paul.
What are you talking about?
Paul.
I don't understand.
Well, yesterday's.
No, Jay had a conversation.
Oh, okay.
Because of the segment on the news
I
about
wanted
the
to,
new
but
addiction disorder for youth because of sitting on video games their whole life.
I knew it a long time ago.
Oh, I did too. That's why I didn't do it with my other kids.
You used to get on the bus and people would talk and socialize. Now you get on the bus, people are listening to music on their phone. They're on their phone.
All
they're
I'm going to
texting.
say about
Nobody's saying nothing to nobody.
All I'm going to say about the video game is before I met Jay, I didn't have the money, and I wouldn't have done it if I had the money because I already knew where it was going.
Yep,
my other kids didn't have it. He had money. He started buying.
The other kids didn't get that stuff.
No, they did not. None of them had video games until they were much older. They got, and somebody gave it to them. It was a GameCube, and they upgraded their system, and my kids knew them, and they